The Playway boss, typical investor dude that thinks he knows what will be popular and sell well, but actually is absolutely out of touch. Contract work for piss poor money is how people with ideas go to Playway to get funding. Like, the thing is, though, that I don't understand with Playway at all is, like, I'm 93.6% sure it's a group of, like, 5 people behind the entire operation. All of the companies are the same company. I'm damn near convinced. But, like, you get this weird thing where, oh, it's not Playway, we're game guys, and it's the same type of game, but like a different skin on it. Like, it's a different version of Unity that they've got going on. So it looks a bit better. And there's this new wave coming in 2022. It's so fucking bizarre. Something devious with it. It's damned evil. Okay. Lakota Grogan and Antonina Lehman. Awesome. What a group. I ordered stuff at the end of last day. Okay, and then the rent was like $4,000 or something like that. So we still have a few thousand. I could put in a magazine article, but I don't think I'm gonna.
Hey Yeti, hey chat.
Hi Jason. Tier 1, 34 months. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? See, I told you I played Fallout 2. Like, the day after you give me shit in stream for never playing Fallout 2. I had a schedule to go up. I knew. The joke's on you, sucker. I'll have some more going up pretty soon. One of them is currently stuck in processing. It's very frustrating. I'll have to, like, re-render it, I guess. It's how it goes. Also, apparently we didn't pay rent yet, so that's cool. A third register, even though I can't quite use it, but I got it anyway. Maybe I throw Antonina on it for a bit. Gonna say, dude, put the box down. Such rage, such hate towards chat member. Unsub. I wonder if anybody's been taken aback because I got a dude named frickin' Moron and had a dude named Fat Old Alcoholic Twat. Love that. Oh man, Prison Architect is fun. Enjoy. I have one very big, strong hatred toward Prison Architect though, and that's those goddamn tunnels. I had a dog. Sniffed, I knew the tunnel was there, and the dog knew it was there, and I told the dog, like, sniff it out, and revealed it, and then I told the dude, like, take care of it, but they're like, no, there's no tunnel there. I don't see a tunnel. And then sure enough...
Thank you.
Fucking stupid, man. Like, there's some aspects of Prison Architect that's just like, just be sure you click this button every once in a while and everything is fine. It's a little too gamified, I think, in some regards. But it's a good time nonetheless, though. And I'm saying that without having any DLC.
Thanks.
I'll put some nice chicken breasts in the window display. Hopefully it's a refrigerated display. I'm gonna pretend it is. And then cleaning I never got in. Veg we never got in.
Thanks.
Wine we didn't get in. Really just beer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, got a second?
Alright, and Antonina, you need to pick up the pace a little bit, okay? A little more productivity.
Thanks.
Hey, have a
I
minute?
got a little more to unpack back here. And then I can help out on register, because they're already starting to wave and flail about it.
Thanks.
Tunnel search time, they added that? Oh, like a scheduled time to search for tunnels?
A little help.
Strange. Like, I think they had a really cool idea and they were getting into it, but at some point they added just a little bit too much, and it sort of fell apart. Some stuff sort of breaks the... I don't know how to describe it.
Thank you.
Hey. Thank you.
How the fuck to describe it? I don't know. I'll think about it. But it's like, kind of like, imagine you have just a palette and it's just full of stuff. And there's high areas and low areas and round areas and it's all just kind of there. And then you throw like a big tarp over it and it's like, it all looks like it belongs together then because there's a tarp on it. And it's just like a nice blanket, just like, oh, this is what it is. But really, it's completely different and underneath and it, like, none of that shit goes together. But it's just there.
Hey,
You know,
got
does
a
that
sec?
does that make any sense? Because that's kind of how it feels. Like a lot of games, they've got a certain feeling to them, and like a certain way that things are, and it feels really out of place when it breaks its own mold to do things a different way. Like oftentimes you'd see,
Thank
Hey, a little help.
what would an example be for this game?
you. Hey, can you help me? Hi, spare 2 seconds. Hey, can you help me? Hey, have a
Not
minute?
sure. Well, okay, like if I'm doing register work here and it like turns into this like fucking hacking mini game thing where I've got to like rotate shapes to connect wires or some shit. Like that doesn't fit in. Where'd that come from? That doesn't fit anything that the game's got. And it's just, it feels like it's just thrown on just to be there.
Hey.
Holy shit, 199 things. Yeah,
Hey, have
I
a
think we
minute?
just finish off the day though.
Thanks.
That's fine. We sold out, but there's still some things here. That'll be fine. And we get the delivery first thing in the morning.
Thanks.
But I feel like Prison Architect is one of those games where down the line they just kept adding stuff to it and it sort of doesn't have the same feel across the board. There's just certain things that just don't feel in place. Hello? Oh, there we go. I thought I was open. I'm actually just standing at the register. Great. So I can get a few more pallets. Put in a little bit of space because the dude's kind of weird with it sometimes. So 369, 180. I actually need like one more. Yeah, 211. Fucking hell. I'll order it tomorrow because maybe there's a good deal. Probably get a cage though. Pellets are cheaper, but ugh. Looks like there was not any sales going on. But hey, $15,000 at the end of the day. Feels pretty good. You think I'm one space short on the pallet? God, wouldn't that be funny? Oh yeah, how many levels did we get? Some levels. We're a corner kiosk now. Salt Shack's leveling. Suddenly now we have 12 concepts points. What? So good. Oh god, don't say the R word. Don't do it. I'll leave it be. I don't want to... I love RimWorld. Genuinely. I love it. I think it's a fantastic game. That's all I'm gonna say. That's where I leave it. I don't want to talk about it. Hello, delivery guy. You're late. Hi. Are you here to deliver things?
Thanks.
Oh my god, this delivery dude is so slow. What's his deal? I bet his boss doesn't give him coffee breaks either. Yeah, I get it. Maybe you should work harder and earn your damn coffee machine. Maybe if you wouldn't show up late every fucking day. Maybe if you got here before I actually opened proper. We've been open for 44 minutes now. Damn near an hour open. And you're just now dropping boxes off. God. I'm gonna have you just purely shelf. Ignore customers. We gotta get product on the shelves ASAP.
Hey, can you help me?
Hey, got a second?
Fell in love with Yeti's voice on YouTube. R-word. Oh god. Yeah, a lot of folks found me through it.
Excuse me.
Before that was Xenonauts. Followed Xenonauts throughout development. Got a bunch of people on board from that. I also ended up not really liking Xenonauts though in the end. Feel like it was a very pressured release, though understandable considering the engine. I really think Chris should have switched engine when the original engine devs ghosted him and abandoned their own engine. And he's like, well, I don't want to start over, so I'm gonna do it anyway. See how that turned out.
Hi.
Hey,
But Yetis, I don't know, so it's great with mods. With mods, you say?
Hey, can you help me?
Have I tried Noita? I've not.
Hey, have a minute?
I definitely know the name, though. What is it?
Can you help me?
I can't believe we're like one. It's a box of like one item, isn't it?
Can you help me?
You can be a seller stalker again. One salad. Motherfucker. PKCG was absolutely right. Holy shit, it's a party over here. I think I can go for the longer registers. Roguelite with powder. Oh yeah, powder physics. Yeah, no, that does it. That's the one. That's why it sounds familiar. It's got a particle simulation or so in it. Is the game actually good though?
Spare 2 seconds.
Because like I get vibes like that from Icarus, where it's like, oh, this is gonna be such a survival game, but everything that I see about Icarus is like really showing off its graphics, and like I don't really care if it looks good. How was the game itself? And Noita was one of those for me, where it's like, cool, but like, how's the game though? Okay. Close queue. Okay, and closing time. So like by the time I got the store stocked up, it was basically closing time. Fantastic, I'm actually Aldi. This is great. We have 3 boxes of hummus left. That's it, that's all. I gotta hire people. No, go home. Get out of here, Lakota. God damn it. Alright. Let's do it. RCOM 2? Strange. RimWorld, but a tactics shooter. I'm sure there's a mod for it, and I'm sure it's terrible, and I'm positive people love it anyway. But Yeti, it brings in an M4A1, and like it's super realistic and stuff with realistic ranges. God, that was a mod that pissed me off that its existence was just even in RimWorld, because it's like, they don't get it. And it's like a sniper with a realistic range, so it just shoots across the map. And I looked into it because I was like, how bad is this exactly? And it's fucking terrible. Like, people will spawn in attacking immediately, and they'll start taking pot shots at your colony from literally across the map. And it's like, oh, realistic ranges though. It's like, no, this is so obnoxious. And I think it's one of those that also brought in ammo as a thing that you have to craft and sell and buy and all that. Like, fuck. Modders are not game developers. 93, you're pushing it, but I'm kind of desperate, so maybe. I don't think... It might have been Combat Extended. Maybe. I think it was an offshoot of Combat Extended. But Combat Extended is definitely one of those that's god-awful. Because that was... I don't want to go into it. I just want to hire some people in King of Retail. I'm not doing this. There's a very, very blurred line between realism and gameplay, and it takes a lot of work to know when you can cross that line and when you just shouldn't. Alright, so you're like really terrible, huh? Yeah. Both of you. But you have an interest at least. I mean, you're a talker to extraordinaire. Kind of. Eventually one day. You're, I guess, registers, and you're definitely registers. I'll definitely pick you up, Mr. Corbett. You're definitely registers. These other guys, I need somebody to like unload things, so I guess that's you. Dupre. Dupre working backstock for me. You don't need to work the whole day though, and then Dupre was one of the cashiers. I definitely need 2 cashiers, and then Lakota doing the talker tooling and restocking. It's a start. No, I don't mind if chat keeps going on about it. I don't really mind. I don't want to get caught up in a rant. Chat can talk about whatever they want. That's fine. Oh, almost. But yeah, this is the way to do this though. Like, if I get a bunch of stores set up in the slums that just sell, like, just liquor or something like that, make so many concept points. And, gonna sell registers. I think I'll copy the color actually from the cooler. Might look nice. And I'm going the big one. Fucking hell, that is huge though. Okay, maybe I don't. These are all quite huge. The front door needs to move, I think, is what needs to happen here. But I'll take a couple of these. And we'll copy these colors and bring them over. Get some more pink. Antonita, no. Alright, we'll do it later then, I guess. God damn it. I can't do anything to a register while they're on there. Yet he could watch Painter and you'd watch it. Yeah, that's pretty close to like Power Wash Sim or the Junkyard Sim. Junkyard Sim is so close to being pretty okay.
Hey, can you help me?
Like, I think I think gas station sim, I kind of went into this yesterday a bit, but gas station sim is like a bit too far gone. They may as well just keep doing what they're doing because apparently it's kind of sort of working. But maybe for future projects, keep X in
A
mind.
little help.
But junkyard sim, like, if they expedite the entire tutorial process a bit and actually like give me kind of a living space. Like, there's already certain areas that you can store junk and it remembers that. Like, it's only 20 items or something, but there's that already in the game. Like, I could just have a house where it just remembers the position of items in there. That's already in the game. They could implement that already. I could have a little shack. And I could restore stuff. And not necessarily sell it right away.
Hey, have a minute? Thank you.
If I could do that, and I could get out of the tutorial a lot faster, I think it'd be pretty okay.
Thank you.
Haven't watched Junkyard Sim yet. Was that long ago? That was not so long ago. What, like 4 months maybe? You can go home, Devante. Thank you for your work today.
Hey, have a minute? Thanks.
Gas station sim thought it'd be more like King of Retail.
Hey, can you help me?
It comes close. It's got like the shelf stocking is really flat. That's basically just click items and they go onto a shelf in like seemingly random order. I never figured out how that works, but there's a lot of busy work. But the problem with the gas station sim mostly is all the time you've got along the right side of the screen the sort of like active quests that you got to do, and it's like milestones and all that, but by completing milestones you unlock more stuff to do, and it turns into the cycle of doing busy work just to do busy work. And I'm not really running my own gas station, I'm more just doing what the game tells me to do so I can maybe one day do my own thing. But by the time you get to the point where you can finally do your own thing, you've already done everything because the game told you to. So you never really get that sandbox feel. For gas station sim to be fixed for me, they'd have to like undo so much of what they've already done that I don't think it's worth doing. So that's just, for me personally, a big miss. But can't win them all, I guess. Primary area. What do you mean burn? Get over there. Get the fuck over there, Lakota. He can be here, I guess, too, I suppose. Because customers stand way out there sometimes, reaching through the shelves. Although I'll also have that as secondary area, how about? Mostly just stay inside the river.
Excuse me. Thanks.
Alright, it's going kind of smooth. I guess I'll do some sign spinning. Get some more folks inside the door. Advertise those hot beverages.
Thanks.
Big money in beverages. Though I could also go for the fresh food too. Yeah, we need more everything rep.
Thanks.
Hey,
Which is a bit strange. I wonder how that works. Because my concept overall, the Salt Shack as a franchise, has really good rep. But this specific store doesn't. I wonder how those two relate together.
Thanks. Hey, a little help. Excuse me.
Fallout Tactics.
Thanks.
I don't really know anything about Fallout Tactics. My brother enjoyed it for the most part, but had a big problem with it, but I don't remember what that was. That might be a part of the next Patreon poll. So far I'm looking at like one of the Stalker mods. What, Call of Chernobyl or so? I think it is. Something. There's like a couple of mods that I wanted to take a look at. So like one of the mod Stalker things,
Thank you.
or Oxygen Not Included, maybe Fallout Tactics could go on there.
Thanks.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Hey.
There we go.
Thank you.
No, like, new titles, though. Mostly just, like,
Thanks.
games from a few years ago that are nowadays, like, quite nice because so much time has been put into it.
Hey, can you help me? Thank you.
Yeah, well, today was much calmer. That was nice. We're already profitable, I'm pretty sure. It's just a matter of getting the rep up to really start getting the people in. I think I can maybe finally get my back room area sorted. Okay. That's fine with you being sick, I guess. Mr. Wheat? Maybe. Sure. Forest Ranger Simulator? Yeah, I think that, I forget the name of it exactly, but something like that. I'm pretty sure you're playing as a Forest Ranger, and it looks like you can collect things and bring them home. It could be eight. There's also one that's like you're a delivery person, and then there was another supermarket sim. Got all those on my list. That's stuff that's not going to be a part of a poll, though. That's just stuff I'm going to be playing. Oh yeah, right. Kirsty, yeah, we'll get you. And you being marketing, don't know. I'm kind of upset about the release schedule of games this next year with everybody just pounding the hell out of February. I don't really understand that. Would you not want to release something separate of another major title so that you have your own, like, couple weeks of, hey, nice. Your own couple weeks of people being able to play just your game? Or is the idea that for gaming digital distribution recommendations, they hope to have like a tissue box player base where there's always people buying the game as the weeks go on, because it's like they played X, so now they're ready for this game, and they buy this game like the second week, and then a bunch of people buy it the third week, and then the fourth week, and the fifth week, and then like platforms like Steam would look at that and be like, oh wow, that's really cool, let's recommend the game because it's been selling so well the past 5 months. I wonder if that's part of it. There's definitely a reason for it. It's not just lol, they're dumb. I'm really curious what it is. So yeah, Kirsty for Talker Toon, because you're gifted. You're like a Talker Toon savant. I know, who'd have thought it? Not me. And then Cade, you were just terrible at everything. No, never mind. Huge potential everywhere. Mostly cash registers, but also maybe handling. I think because I definitely need to make sure I have cashiers all the time always, I think I have you as like a cashier on retainer. Because my current cashiers, they'll eventually need a day off. Like, I'll give you Friday, Saturday off, so maybe you can work Friday, Saturday. And then you'll probably want like Sunday, Monday off, so you can go ahead and work Sunday, Monday as well, and then we're good. Yeah. Now, Jason, you say that delivery game is super chill. The delivery game that I'm thinking out, I don't think even has early access out yet. That's something for later on. What do you have in mind? Because, like, if I could play as a delivery dude, that'd be great. I've said it a few times, but my ideal game would be I have a like a house or a hideout or some home area, and I go out into the world, and it's a bit dangerous out there for whatever reason. Environmental, bandits, whatever. Doesn't really matter too much as long as it's not PvP. And I get stuff, I collect stuff. And then I bring it back. And some people want a delivery, so sometimes I gotta go pretty far out there to deliver something to a dude. But otherwise, I'm mostly just collecting stuff to have on hand. And some of it I can like craft together to make things that either help me out or that I can sell to other people. Like that's for me something that I'd really like. Like Tarkov scratches that itch a little bit, but it's fucking PvP. And Tarkov's big problem. I had an image about it. I don't know if I threw that in Discord or not, but I had an image regarding Tarkov, my big problem with it, and how it appeals to 3 major player bases. And to enjoy Tarkov, you have to like all 3 categories, which doesn't apply to many people. Usually they play it for 1 or 2 of the 3 categories, so there's always a certain point in Tarkov where they're just like, ugh, and that's the end of it. There's so many people who play Tarkov for maybe like 10 to 20 levels, and then they never touch the game again. Fat X Courier, yeah, that's the one. That's what I'm looking into. The Long Dark, is that a go out and get stuff in a dangerous area game? Isn't that isn't that like you got a colony of people and you send them out to do stuff for you and it's like a zombie apocalypse type deal? But wait, no, The Long Dark, that's that survival game where you can't fall for more than 2 centimeters and you snap your shin. No, The Long Dark was bad. I don't like that. I liked the story mode originally, but then I like played the game again later on and it's like, this is fucking awful. Poor Lakota. Get better soon, Lakota. I'm hearing expenses out there. Okay, we can then, when you're finally maybe possibly one day done unloading that, we can open up our back room a bit and upgrade the pallets to something a bit denser. The Long Dark works really well if you're one who, how to put it nicely. Like some survival games, the crux of the gameplay is that you play it to survive. But it's really easy to do that in The Long Dark. The challenge in The Long Dark is to explore the world and survive, but that's not really portrayed very well in these survival games, especially when sometimes a big storm comes and you can't see shit anyway. It's like, it's one of those that wants to force a very specific survival element onto the player, but the player wouldn't naturally be bumping into that if they play the game as they normally would. You have to play it a very specific way to get a specific outcome, to get a specific enjoyment out of it. And that's just not for me. Like, I found the house, I had shelter. There was a fishing hole nearby, so I had food. Like, there was plenty of fuel around. I was happy, I was surviving. And I went out to do a little bit of exploring.
Hey.
And I walked down a hill, and I rolled my ankle because I was walking possibly a little bit too quickly. Or something, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we idle here for a while then, and wait for this to heal up. But there was no driving force for me to go out and explore, and it's the same deal. It might just be me, because it's the same deal for me in Ark Survival Evolved, where it's like you get dinos so that you can do things better, so you can get other dinos. but I don't really care about having dinos. Like, I can already haul stuff around. So I'm set. I'm happy. I don't need more. But that's where all the gameplay is, in that you're looking for more, or supposed to be looking for more all the time. But I never felt the need to. So maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Hey.
And Icarus, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. That's one that I'll be looking into later on when...
Can you help me?
Probably when it's out. They did like a closed beta thing recently, I think. I don't know what people thought of it. I know a lot of folks are really looking forward to Icarus.
Thanks.
I don't know why,
Hey.
but I
have a
haven't
minute?
looked into it much.
Thank you. Hey, have a minute?
I don't know, I think like survival works best when it's not just like a realistic type thing. Like if you're a dev of a survival game, you need to look at it and think, what ultimately do I want the player to have happen to them? Like what
Thank
is
you.
in my mind the
Hi,
coolest possible
there
thing
2
that could happen to
seconds.
the player? Like Subnautica, right? A lot of people have certain encounters in Subnautica with certain things. And it's a really cool thing to watch. It's a fun thing to experience. Other people like watching other people experience it. But you can't make a game and force that type of experience to happen. You can never force an experience because it comes off really badly. That's what happened to Below Zero. That's what I was afraid was going to happen to Below Zero, and that's what they did with it. They tried to force in certain
Hey,
encounters.
have a minute?
And anytime that you play Below Zero and you have a story of something that happened in Below Zero, you could tell people that story and they'll be like, oh yeah, that also happened to me. Because it happens to everybody, because it's supposed to happen. Whereas in the first Subnautica game,
Thank you.
it's a... the world is just like, how to say it without spoiling anything. I guess I
have a
can't,
minute?
but like it's so much easier to miss things in Subnautica just because of how everything is laid out and the way that things are presented.
Will help.
Hey, have a
And
minute?
I think survival games kind of go like the Long Dark.
Hi.
The
there
sort
2
of
seconds.
ideal experience in
thank
that
you.
would be you're out foraging for food and you get hurt, so you're a bit slow, and then a storm rolls in, so you can't really see, so you're fighting against the elements trying to find your way home while injured, and you hear wolves or something like that. It's like, oh my god, how am I gonna get out of this?
Hey.
But like you can't
Hey, have a
force
minute?
that to happen. And the Long Dark is so hands-off with the way that it presents things
you.
that, like, I guess that could happen, but it's your own damn fault that that happened. And it didn't happen because it needed to happen. So, like... fuck, how to explain it better? It's like
Hey,
it wants
have
to
a minute?
set things up for you, but you don't have to care about what it's setting up. So it's like, it's double-edged. This shit just doesn't sell. They just don't care about these things, I think. We just not living that hipster life. We can see about getting something else though for refrigerated. And this was all meat? Yeah, pretty much all meat. And that's like all selling. Maybe they get the other 2 flavors as meat and that's just the only thing that we sell. Let's see about doing that. Our backstock is a bit more densified now. 240 items. So we can maybe see about getting a few more items in as well, just in general. Think people are starving for a good survival crafting building game? I don't know if they're starved for it. I think it's like how I am with these sim games where there's plenty out there, but they're all missing just some element. And it gets to the point where I'm not even convinced if this is the genre of games that I want anymore. Like, because they're all missing the mark in just a small way that it's like, maybe it's me who's wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and call in sick and also request more money. Antonina. How much do we like you? A bit. I'll let it mellow. We'll see what happens. You can have a day off though, because you're getting quite tired. Which means I'd like to have a second cashier. Yeah, these things. Apparently we did sell 17 and 10 of them. We ran out of stock with this stuff, so maybe that's like the spillover item. Let's make that the minimums. And then we can get another flavor of meat and we'll just kind of mix it together. So instead of just like having one entire shelving unit being the salad and hummus, we just mix it into a couple shelves. Because I can still get mince and roast. Let's get them both. Ah, 20 is the min, right. I guess 15. Yeah, fuck it. 20. It's a big seller. I think a lot of devs could really do with stepping back and looking at their game and thinking like, am I trying to force this too hard? Or is it kind of okay? I think I'm okay doing cashier. Or like, what's the situation that I want the player to find themselves in, and how do I go about making them feel that way? Go to City 2 and maybe spend some concept points. Then maybe wrap it up here in another day or two. It's a shorter stream week this week. Because you have 17 concept points. We can pound out, allow for high rep in both food and drink, or we keep saving up and we can expand into a different article altogether. I think that's really going to be, that's going to have to be when we start doing slum spam and just rack up points, because that's 30 points that I need. 20 for the category itself and then 10 for some article. We're only just over halfway there. Yeah, I'll get the rep, I guess. That's fine. We're like King Grocery now, potentially. Hey, have a good night, Jason. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, our Salt Shack itself is just like the first choice for groceries, but the stores individually aren't. And that's what I wonder, like, how do those things blend together? We'll play one and want features from others. That's your issue. You find, like, you want the game that has features of way too many games. You think your idea is a bit too ambitious. It'd be cool to, like, it is ambitious and it's really difficult to do, but it would be really neat. I'll throw more money at them too, why not? It would be neat just to have one game where it's just like, I am the management game. Like, the sort of like city skylines of these garbage management games. And I wonder if that would happen if like the entire Polish gaming industry would fall over dead, or if it is actually just 4 people who would fall over dead. I'm curious if like one management game to rule them all would actually put a wrench in their plans, whatever the fuck their plans are. They're up to something, damn it. Give you 40,000 more. 55,000 they've got. I might even cut the corporation fee a little bit, but I quite like just this nice passive generation of money that we got going on here. More devs could do with selecting a few players from the base to see what's missing from the game and what can be realistically added. I think more devs could do with actually hiring on some like actual proper I don't know what their title would be, but like you don't want to go to the public with it because people are not game developers. Like just look at Steam reviews. These people don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't want them making a game. They'd be terrible. It'd be like Twitch chat making a game. Ugh. But like they need like proper professional beta testers of some form that they contract in for a bit to see what needs to happen. And these would be people who actually know a thing or two about game development, so they actually know what feedback is useful and what features could be added reasonably and what is just kind of like, oh boy, sure would be nice to have that. Like, man, King of Retail sure would be better if I could have a howitzer out front. Like, what? What's that got to do with anything? Twitch chat is notoriously misleading, don't even. It's extremely well known for being misleading. Which kind of, completely off topic, do schools have, like, okay, so when I was in school, it makes it sound like this is fucking centuries ago. Maybe I am that ancient, who knows? Yetis have been around a while. When I was in school, there was a typing class, and it was originally to help you get acquainted with a typewriter, but they transitioned it into just like a keyboard class, so you learn how to use the keyboard, which is fucking stupid, because there's like no fucking maintenance with the keyboard. It is what it is, and it seemed like a dumb class, but I always wondered, because the world is becoming a lot more digital, and a lot of people clearly don't know how to type emotionally, like, they say a thing, and they mean it sarcastically, but they use the wrong words for it. So, it doesn't come off as sarcastic, it just makes them sound like a know-it-all talking out of their ass. And I wonder if there's ever going to be a class that teaches people how to communicate effectively through typed word.
Excuse.
Hey, can you help me?
Hey.
Hey,
I hope so. Because, like, I think a lot of the problem with Twitch chat is somebody just on their phone or something, just kind of typing away shorthand. And they mean to say something one way, but it comes across a totally different way. I'll put you on purely shelf, because surely you're done back there by now, and I cannot leave this register. Fuck no. Cade? Cade?
Hey.
Oh.
Cade, help!
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Wonderful.
Thanks.
Oh my god. So the very high population, it's quite high. Fucking hell though.
Thank you. Oh.
So we're gonna be out of stock today. And like, I'm pretty sure I can't order...
Got a second?
Pretty sure I can't order midday with my company. So, like, it sort of is what it is.
Thanks.
But holy shit.
Thanks.
Oh no, you know what I haven't done? I never reset the shelf, because we don't have this stuff, like, in stock anymore. I bought these things. I completely forgot. I got carried away with one of my Yeti rants. Well. Come get some! Oh, I hear they've got some fresh medicine today! Ah! Here they fucking come! Jesus!
Hey. Hey.
What a struggle to keep it stocked.
Thank you. Thanks.
Which rant? God, any of them. All of them. They sort of blended together.
Hey. Got a second?
Usually school computer stuff is hopelessly outdated. Remember having computer class on a 286 or 86 in DOS while having a Pentium with Windows at home. Ugh. I mean, if you want to work for the government, I guess it's pretty convenient knowing how a Commodore works, since that's like currently top budget stuff for the government. Like, they use really old stuff, but it's for security reasons mostly. So, I don't know. Maybe not that old, but generally. It's just like a carryover class that we had, though. It was really stupid because it... Like, even the dude teaching it was like, this class is fucking stupid. It was mostly just come on in and just start typing. And there was like prompts and stuff that we'd have to type and documents to copy over by hand. And like fix errors throughout as we go. He would just be playing Johnny Cash on the radio while we did it. And it was just like the most laid back, chill, credit kill class ever. It was a thing. But it could have been more... Yeah, Kate calling in sick now. Yeah, after yesterday, I don't blame you. Jeez. Let's actually get more minimums. Cause I'll just get a bit more of this stuff because I'm not sure how it actually worked. Because I didn't have it stocked correctly. We'll just say 20 across the board. Okay, so now 360 items. I need a third cage when we get in. Can do that. I'm going to extend... I think storage this way, because I want storage generally to be, I think, at the side of the store, like back here or over here or something like that. I think is what I ideally want. So I can turn this all into just general store, green store area at some point. And then we can move stuff around, get another cage in. Yeah, that'll be okay. Change that to a door, change that to a wall. Make sure we're all good. That looks alright. Although I do kind of need a third register sometimes. Especially weekend. But that can be done by scooting the facade over. That should give us enough room. Yeah, in fact, I could even see about just changing the facade straight up. And going with... I mean... How would that work? Okay, yeah, you demand more space there. Because that gives us a completely open section over...
Goddamn, it's been a long time scrubscribing.
Thank you, Syntaxicon. Tier 1, 18 months. Thank you very much. How you doing? How you been? Man. Hope all is going well for you. 58 grand though. Fucking hell. Yeah, we'll leave it be. That might be something we do down the line because that gets all the displays off away from where the registers would be. But I will scoot the facade over though to make a bit more space. And then you were, I think you were originally a cashier. And Cade is already apparently ready. So we'll give you the individual goodbye. And we'll give you a productivity bonus when surrounded. We'll have you gooder at fast food and students or something. Oh, right, yeah, you're sick, so I can't even queue it up. Why do you gotta be sick? Oh, well. And since I plan on getting a third register, I can see about grabbing one. You're gonna be quite expensive, but you would work. Because when/if you level, you don't have any cashier traits yet. So I can still throw in what I want. I could also just hire you, actually. Miguel. Cashier all day, every day. And screw it, well, let's see what else there is. Maybe there's a nice cheap one that I can get onto. Fascinated in marketing, no experience at all though whatsoever. Bunch of talent everywhere. But like 74 bucks. Because they're not cheap. Been so-so. Hope you like the vacuum pump. Yeah, a Lego only vacuum pump. I was surprised. There's a lot of shit you can do with Lego nowadays. You got any use for it, or did you do it just because? Like, you just had like some pump parts for Legos and thought, you know, I'll make that. We're just gonna go ahead and cancel the interview right there. All right. Good shit. I did order. Yeah. I ordered. Backroom's bigger. We need to get the third cage in immediately and scoot some shelves around. But yeah. Yeah, except the Tupperware chamber, yeah. Which, as Betzwer pointed out, can be done through Lego also, apparently. But not so cheap then. Okay. There's that. Another one of those. Change these god-awful colors. And then scoot these up. Hopefully I can get a third in. It's gonna be tight. Not actually that tight. Oh no, it's a different one. Ah, it's a special. Hold on. I can probably get the same one and I'm sure they'll all fit. Yeah, they're the same size. It's the one with the belt that's a bit fatter. But I think that was the one that's also reversed. So if you need to be on the other side of the store with these registers and have a nice flow, it still works. Alright. We good. He's working on unpacking boxes. I think I can help out. Ooh,
Got a second? Hey, a little help. Hey, a little help. Thanks.
Hi, spare 2 seconds.
I think I'd be more interested in Lego if I had the money to spend on Lego, because that stuff gets expensive
Hey, can you
fast.
Thank you.
Self-service register? No, unfortunately not.
Thank you. Hey, can you help me? Hi, spare 2 seconds. Thank you. Thanks. Hi, spare 2 seconds.
God, it sounds terrible out here.
Hey, have a minute? Thank you.
And then I was going to do a mixed shelf of these.
Hey, can you help me?
And then otherwise, like, more meat or something.
Hey,
Hey, can you help me? Thanks.
Excuse me.
Jeez, I don't know. What a mess, huh?
Thanks.
Here, various meats. Enjoy.
Hey, can you help?
Excuse me.
Nobody can help you. Nobody.
Thank you.
Too close. Too close to what? This dude?
Thanks.
Yes.
Hey, have it.
Thanks.
Get it away from the door a little bit so
Hey,
people can actually
got a
walk
second?
in. Ugh. That scoot over too. Maybe also scoot them
Hi,
back a bit.
Spare 2 seconds.
Oh my god, yeah, I'm going.
Hey, have a.
A little help.
Thank you.
Frostpunk? I enjoyed Frostpunk
Hi.
when I played it.
Have a minute. Hi. Spare 2 seconds. Thanks. Hey, can you help me? Hey,
Hey,
thanks.
excuse
Did I
me.
have any big issues with it? I don't think I had any big issues with it. I think it was generally pretty okay.
Thank you. Hey, can you help? Hey, have a minute?
It's just like the pure city management type games though aren't really for me. Like I gotta be in a mood for them. But I think Frostpunk was quite okay.
Hi. Spare 2 seconds.
Oh god. Okay. Queue closed. Let me... No, I don't want to talk to you. I
Excuse
want to
me.
move
Hey.
the shelf. Back!
Hey,
Back.
got a second? Excuse me. Thanks.
Start hissing and spitting. There. A little more room back there, though.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi.
Excuse me.
Hey, can you?
Thanks.
Hey, have a minute? Thank you. Thanks.
Oh, one of the windows needs to be re-put up, too. Looks like the meat.
Spare 2 seconds.
Oh my god, speaking of. Kirsty, move. What happened?
Thank you.
Hey,
What?
A little help.
Impossible. Alright. We need more product.
Thanks.
We'll say roasts. Holy shit, though. What a busy little store this is, huh? We can currently house 360 items, but I do have room for more. Probably get another cage. We are making money, though. I need a raise. I'm also sick. And also Cade coming in, also wanting a raise. Alright, so Kirsty and Cade. If you say so. With the courier that I've got now, I cannot order immediately on demand. That is an option generally, though. If I need to order midday, it costs a bit more, though. But my courier is the one who shows up before I open, which is the big plus for them. But the downside is I don't have that option to order immediately. And Cade, I will now send you to school. So you can have the individual goodbye, buzzing atmosphere. You can work with fresh food, how about, and let's say accountants. Go for it. So I'll be the third cashier again today. We have a backstock person, Lakota doing the talker toing. Anybody else want to do talker toing? Anyone at all? You'd kind of work. Bad at it, but I'll take it. You too. Tylar and Charisse. You can do one-off orders overstock on one of the days and see how much you actually sold. I guess that's a way to do it. Is just overstock and see actually what the numbers are and then adjust minimums based on that. That's a way to do it. I kind of like chasing the minimum though. Are you both like equally terrible? Yeah, but Tylar is definitely more potential. But you're generally both the same thing. I just think I have Tylar work first. What's your mood like? More mood during the day, angering customers though, but needs less days off. Cherie's also less days off, and also higher risk of angering customers. Great. So don't work weekends, either of you. How about? You can both have weekends off. Okay. 3 talker tours, 2 cashiers, and the backstock. Orders. I did not do. Right, because I need to up the minimums. Let's up it by a pretty good margin. It's like 10 more of everything. I'm gonna need probably another cage. 510. All right. Can we get a second backstock person? Perfect. Perfect. I'll pay you 85 an hour. Ioannis. They just had a few extra vowels to throw around. Backstock. All day. But you can end work a few hours into it. You don't gotta work the whole day. It should be done by then. And if it's not, then you need to work harder. Welcome to life, bucko. Okay. Let's get at it. Man, what's great is like I haven't even had to worry about more shelf space. Like we're doing all this with like effectively just 4 shelving units. Well, I say that's great. I don't know. I think it's interesting. How about? And not enough room. I guess I could do 2 facings, and then section it off. Guess we could do that. And then you are... Yeah, you're the one that's a mess. That's right. Didn't know what the hell to do with you, but I think you had space for another one, so I can maybe do like little 2x2 squares. Oh yeah, I forgot another cage. Oh well. He'll be coming back, I think.
Hey,
Stream stuttering. It is good on my end.
Thank
My
you.
bitrate is possibly a bit high though. It could be spiking quite nastily. My end is fine though. There, so that's 480. Still not quite enough. Storage is full. Full of what?
Hey, a little help.
We're full out here too. Okay, so maybe I do need more shelves.
Hey, have a minute?
Because our backstock is getting full now too. God damn it. The store, it's too successful.
Thank you.
That's something I really like about this game though, is that the balance between everything, it all
Hey,
comes
have a
naturally.
minute?
Like, we have so many customers come in, and if I don't want to just be open for less of the day, I need to get more product. With more product demands more back room area and demands more employees. And then with the larger back room, I need also more shelves up here, because otherwise this cannot continue. So like, that's how you know you need more shelving space. And it's just like, because of this, you need to do this, which means you need to do this. And it just really naturally blends together. And I really, really like that. I like that a lot.
Thanks.
Huh? Hey, have
Yeah,
a
I
minute?
gotta get new shelves in.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
I think I have to work cashier pretty soon too.
Hey, thanks.
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 I feel dirty
a
with
little
it
hay.
being
Got
like
a
the same
second?
product that's on the other side, but eventually we can look into fixing that and getting into different flavors and getting them in there nicely.
Thank you. Thanks.
But I think for that we'd have to like shut
Hi,
down the store for a
30
day
seconds.
and then go into it and really take our time with it.
Thanks.
I saw that.
Hey, a little help.
Want a good survival game and tycoon game. It depends what you want in a tycoon game, but
A little help.
Thanks. Hey, have a minute?
fuck, what the hell was it
Hey,
called?
Thank you.
The roller coaster tycoon game though, not roller coaster tycoon, but the
Hey,
The
can
other
you help
one.
me?
that I want to say came out a few years ago, but it's probably actually been like 6 or 7 years because time sucks.
Hey,
No, it is like a roller coaster tycoon game, but it's not literally roller coaster tycoon. Planet Coaster, that's the one. Planet Coaster, I can highly recommend.
hey,
Hi.
hey, a little help.
Hi. 30
That's really good.
seconds.
Hey,
That's a very, very good tycoon game.
thank you. Thank
Because,
you.
like, you can spend your time just decorating the hell out of everything and really getting invested with a certain park, or you can do some of the challenge stuff and give yourself a hard time, or just do a bit of whatever and kill people. Like,
Have a
it's a
minute?
really good tycoon game.
Thanks.
There's also Parkitect,
Thank you.
which is a bit more indie if you're looking for something a bit,
Hey,
like, a
thank
touch
you.
different, but
Have a minute?
basically the same deal.
Thanks.
We bought Planet Coaster and haven't played it yet, but like 3 years ago? Man. Hey, give it a shot one day. It's nice. I don't know if there's DLC worth looking into or not. I'm not sure what the deal is with all that. Gotta get the 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shit. Nah, well. Yeah, I think we gotta get ready for a... There's a lot of people working tomorrow. Gotta get ready for a big renovation. You're stressed, so you get to have Tuesday off. Cheyenne might be wanting a raise soon. No, she's actually okay. More stalkers for the front end? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're at the point now where we need like almost 3 per day. There's a lot of customers needing help with things. Got 4 Talker 2s this day, so that's okay. And Kirsty's ready for some education, so I'll go ahead and get you going on that while you can. And we're going to give you speed sellers so you're quicker. And then buzzing atmosphere. We'll say you're really cool with beverages. And celebrities. Celebrity beverages. That's the one. Okay. So, minimums and stuff. It's a mess. I need more shelf space. I need to get more things out there so it takes us longer to run out. Because the amount of backstack that I've got to keep people happy, it's creating too much of a big issue in the shelves out back. So I need more shelves up front. Do I want to adjust anything with this? At some point I'll get more flavors. But otherwise I think I'm fine. Whew. We're still profiting with all this. Somehow managing a 0.86 hit rate. We're just not getting the basket size up there because so many customers want help and we're not responding to them so they don't buy that extra item or two. Holy shit, though. I think after this day, I'll wrap it up. They can putz with it a bit more tomorrow. Let me take off some of these. So that I have access to them over here. Six, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remove that spot. Then I will do the same thing here. This isn't meant to be a really popular drink. That's why there's so much of it left on the other shelf. So maybe I just do the one shelf. There's also beers that I could get over there, I guess. And then whenever some more cans get unloaded, we can work on that. Ah, delivery dude's late today. Late again, I see, Mr. Mintman.
Hey, have a minute?
You know, I got a busy store to run here. You're supposed to be here before open. It's 1/2 Mr. Man. Look, we're all waiting back here for you.
Thank you.
Box down.
Hey, a little help.
Good work, Ioannis. Also, Devontre. What the fuck?
Have a minute?
Probably needs a day off. Alright, cheer up. Jeez.
Thank you.
King Retail is somewhat what you've been looking for, with the bit more tweaking might be the exact game you've been looking for. I love this game. I think as far as like the sim management games go, this is like
Hey,
so for me.
Thanks.
Huge fan of it.
thank you.
Do that kind of deal. A little more cake mix over here. And then this kind of deal.
Hey, hey, got a second?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And then this kind of deal. Just a very simple half and half type deal. Centered up.
Thanks.
There. So
Hey,
with more
got
stuff
a
in the
second?
back room, now we can also stock more stuff up here, which should just generally smooth everything out. a bit.
Thanks.
Do a quick dab on Tylar because she's too slow.
Hi.
And we're
32
cashier.
seconds.
Hey,
Thanks.
hey, excuse me.
I want to take a look at another brick in the mall. That was a
Can you help
like
me?
an indie management game where you're managing a gas station or gas station grocery store.
Hey, can you
That
help me?
was pretty good when I played it, but with it having been in early access still, like fairly deep, that was something that I wanted to look back on, but I haven't looked at it again, and I probably should
Hey,
see how it's
have a
coming
minute.
along.
Hey,
Thank you. Hey, have a minute? Thank you.
Good going, Tylar. It's that high chance of angering customers. She's got a stink to her, and she's one of them close talkers, you know?
Hey, can you help me?
hey, got a second?
Teardown? Did not play Teardown. I was waiting for that to be fully done before I looked at it.
Hey, hey,
It's one of those that's like, I'd hate to play it when it's like early access and not quite all the way in, because then I'd be like, man, I really want more, but then I'd probably never revisit it again, so I was like, oh, I'll wait for it to be fully done.
hey, thanks, thanks. Thanks. Hey, got a second?
Holy shit. It's just so busy here. His very high reputation comes with problems. We're making enough money with it though, like holy crap. We can kind of afford to stay closed for a day and really just renovate the entire store, which I think at some point tomorrow we'll be doing. Because I'll wrap it up here for today. We still got hummus and salad out? Oh yeah, right, we have just a bit of it. Right. Yeah, we'll at some point tomorrow we'll go into this and keep closed tomorrow so we can renovate the entire thing, get all the shelves and facings how I want them, and really clean it up. Holy fuck, that place gets busy. 235 visitors already, 195 customers, 83% hit rate. Phew. That's quite something. Minimums for the salads and stuff I'm gonna bring down a bit because it's a bit much. 215. That's bringing it down a bit. Or how about that? And I'm gonna crank this up to 40 then. This stuff not so much. This stuff let's get another flavor of. Let's get the blue one. We'll call them all 25. And then... is that sort of like a yellow and green? We'll get a blue of this guy. And bring that down to 25 as well. So that's still 15 more product than we had before. And now a third flavor for me to fit onto a shelf decently. Then we could also see about these guys too. Those would probably sell quite alright. And we don't even have like nice wines out yet. Haven't even gotten to that point. Because there's these guys that I'd quite like to have these. And the really nice wine. These ones, I guess. But they don't really... well, I guess with our demographics, it doesn't really matter what I buy, it'll all sell. Except like the cheap stuff. That's not worth it. I'll get some of it for that second shelf. So that turns into just an absolute assload of groceries that we have to stock up. But another cooler, I think. And then dress up the shelves a bit better. Because I got a lot of that like hipster drink that definitely doesn't sell as much and doesn't deserve as many facings as it's got. So we'll sub some of that stuff out for probably the box wine. Might have to get another shelf off to the side and actually get like a little liquor area so it's not just one big blob of a shelf thing. We'll try it out. Some cheap red one for the moms. That's what the box wine is. Come on, box wines, yo. Isn't there like a really cheap box wine too? Like cheaper than that? Yeah. The Tasty Dreams box wines. It's like, great. Fucking awesome. Don't know about that. And soda I've just been avoiding because like it's so cheap. Like products like this are cool to have for flavor in the store, but like if you build a store around this type of thing, it just doesn't sell. You don't sell enough of it to pull a profit. Like the really cheap items like this, just there's no place for them at all. You would think like, oh, but it's 5 times the markup. That's huge, yes, but that's not enough. Like, you need X amount of dollars still. So maybe just as a basket stuffer down the line when you're very, very profitable and you just want to inflate the basket size a bit more, maybe then it's okay. But even then, like the way the customers buy things in this game, I don't think there's any space for it. Like this stuff too. Like in my Let's Play, I had like an entire shelving unit just filled with this stuff because I thought like, oh, it's so cheap. Like while you're there buying a $200 liquor, you may as well just throw in a beer, but they never would. That stuff never sold. It's also super duper not appealing. Its green bar is empty, so like I guess there's that. Nobody wants that. Higher wages for Lakota and Tyler feeling sick. Alright. Lakota. Too expensive. All we have currently replace ASAP. Ah, right. We'll leave you be then. Aha. Tyler is sick. We have 3 cashiers. I could send one of the cashiers off for education, though. And I will replace them. Individual goodbye, buzzing atmosphere, beverages, students. There, so I can still work cashier tomorrow. Feeling sick because low wages. Yeah, I'm sick on poverty over here. I'm totally not being paid enough. Ugh, cough, cough, die. I'm not buying it. And yeah, Devontra needs some days off. Let's give you Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. And then something like that. I need another backstock person. Space management? Teach storage. How does one teach storage systems? Ryan Merriman. Maybe. I don't know why you teach it. You're not very good or passionate about it. Holy shit. Dude, you're like perfect for me as a cashier. He's already got everything. Like exactly what I want. Ryan applied for storage stuff, but like, dude, I got a deal for you. You can work cashier all day, every day, and then that means that you can replace Mr. Wheat, and Mr. Wheat can then also get the individual goodbye. And buzzing atmosphere. General groceries for techies. Sell them their ramen. So then we still have the 2 cashiers. Yeah, that'll be great. I still need another backstock person, though. How about you? Imagine if the workers could collapse at work. I think it should create a real negative buzz if a worker of yours walks out. I think they should be a bit quicker to quit. I think walking out should really hurt your reputation, so you really want to make sure they go on break when they're upset, or you send them home early. I think we get too many people to hire all the time, always. I'd like to be able to send out things being like, hey, I'm looking for applicants for this role. I'm looking for you to have this perk, and you spend a bunch of money to look for that, and they kind of come in. The more filters you set, the less applicants you'd obviously be getting. So if you're really specific with it, you could be waiting a while. If you're more open to a bit of whatever because you just need anything, then it's a bit easier. That sort of deal. Because I can just exploit the ever-loving out of these employees, and it does not matter. Yeah, like with Software Inc., with the way that you find employees there, yeah, that's kind of what I'm going off of a little bit, yeah. Like, you can spend a lot of money and stuff looking for people, and like, if you're looking for something really specific, like, man, they're out there, but like, you might be looking for a while, because you're looking for something pretty specific. There, so we got 2 backstock people too. Oh yeah, and I think you're off weekends or something. I'm not really sure what we've got for the backstock people. Monday, Tuesday, Saturday we would need which you've got. So what, like Saturday, at least Saturday, I think. So work Saturday, and then you can be off maybe like Thursday and Friday or something like that. I don't know. We'll take it day by day and see what we need and how we adjust it. And minimums are good and set. So I will wrap it up here. What a day though, man. This is this place kicked off fast. It's oddly difficult being in a place that's so busy, which again, I really like the way that this has balanced all that together, where like, because of this happens, and there's just this natural feel to everything, and the way that it's just so naturally done. Like, it doesn't force you to do anything. It's just like, well, if you want to be better, this is what you got to do, but that comes at a cost, and it's so good.